I was gonna say something cool like start your engines, but this is wildly uncomfortable. They drive like this, they're basically laying down.
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto from the Bell Activation Zone, just steps away from the track here at Joe Villeneuve in Montreal. And in just a few days, this place is gonna be absolutely buzzing. I mean, it kind of already is right now, to be honest. But today we start on the ice. We all saw last night, for the first time in their short history, the Vegas Golden Knights are Stanley Cup champs. With their win, it also brings the number of teams that have never won a cup down from 12 to 11. And unlike Vegas, those franchises have been around a lot longer, which makes their fans even more salty seeing this team celebrate that win. Speaking of celebrating, there was a lot of that going on and probably still is. I mean, is there a better city to win anything in than Vegas? We also had our first baby in the cup sighting of the season, thanks to William Karlsson, which, by the way, absolutely adorable. From the Petrangelo family sharing a special moment together after the win, to the party in the club featuring Jack Eichel lifting the cup, much to the delight of the fans in Vegas. The celebrations will last all summer long, and so will the countless stories of this group. Eichel did not win the Conn Smythe, but he put up 26 points in his first ever postseason, and became the first $10 million plus player to ever win the cup. The man who won the Conn Smythe, Jonathan Marchessault, was undrafted out of junior, and is the first undrafted player to win the award since Gretzky in 1988. But the NHL was different at that time, with the draft and players going pro. So Marchessault really is the first. He's also part of the Misfits, the OG Knights, who weren't wanted by their teams. Two of them happened to be from Florida, which has to make this win even sweeter. And then there are players that join along the way, like Captain Mark Stone, who has played under 60 games in each of the last 3 seasons due to injuries, but was a beast in these playoffs when Vegas needed him most. But we finished with the most important cup winner of all. Of course, Phil the Thrill Kessel, who has now won 3 cups since leaving Toronto. And of course, in Phil the Thrill fashion, had the line of the night after the win.
Obviously, it's going to be a fun night, and try not to throw up.
I would pay serious money to party with Phil Kessel any day of the week. Listen, happy for you Golden Knights fans, but you really haven't had to struggle at all. So am I that happy for you? Not really. I'm more just mad at Florida. This is a crazy time in the sports calendar. I mean, yeah, the NBA and NHL did just end this week. But on top of F1 this weekend, it's also the US Open. And who better to join us than our buddy Bob Weeks from the LA Country Club. Great to see you, Bob.
Hey, Marissa, look, your straightaway, my fairway.
Yes, I am in Montreal, so I guess the question is, who's eating the better food? I feel like it's me. Okay, Bob, Scottie Scheffler is the favorite coming into the Open. Checking his stats, he's pretty much number 1 in everything except putting. Can he overcome his struggles with the putter to win his second career major this weekend?
Well, he struggled with the putter at the PGA Championship and still managed to finish second. He has been toying with some new putters. And when we asked him in the press conference earlier this week as to whether or not he was going to make a change, he said, you guys will have to wait till Thursday to find out. So I suspect he is working pretty hard on trying to find some kind of putter that will get the ball in the hole a little quicker for him.
This is our first tournament with both LIV and PGA players since the announcement last week. Do you think the merger has settled the tension between some of these players?
I don't think there was a lot of tension between these players to begin with, and in fact, I think there's one unifying force right now, and that is nobody knows what's going on. Nobody has an answer to all the questions. Nobody knows if they're going to be playing together again or if they're going to run as 2 separate leagues. So I think right now the great unknown is really what's bringing these guys together for the most part.
Bob Weeks, an absolute pleasure. As always, enjoy the tournament this weekend.
Thanks, Marissa.
And you can watch the US Open all weekend long on TSN. Coverage begins Thursday at 9:40 a.m. Eastern, 6:40 Pacific. To the NFL, and there is a weird situation unfolding in Buffalo. This is some good tea, so let's untangle this web. Stephon Diggs was not at Bills minicamp on Tuesday, and Sean McDermott said this.
Yeah, Steph is not here. Everybody else is here at the current time.
How concerned are you about that?
Oh, very concerned. Yeah, very concerned.
We know Diggs was at practice Monday, was in the facility Tuesday morning and then left. And then his agent, Adisa Bakari, spoke to Ian Rappaport of NFL Network and shut down some of the speculation that this was about money.
I asked him, is it contract related? He said it is not contract related.
Josh Allen was at minicamp Tuesday and was asked what was going on with Diggs.
Oh, I know internally we're working on some things, not football related, but Steph, he's my guy. Excuse my love. He's a brother of mine. This does not work, what we're doing here, without him. I've got no doubts that we will figure out what's going on, and freaking love him. I can't stress that enough. There's things that I could do better, and to help out with this process and try to get him back here and be the Buffalo Bill that he's meant to be.
Very cryptic quotes from Allen. And things are about to get even more cryptic because Diggs took to Insta stories last night saying, quote, "I'd just be letting people cap. If those lies help you sleep better, tell them, big dog." Oh, gives me chills. We love this kind of spice. And honestly, props to Warren Sharp for reminding us about this iconic tweet. Wow, this is almost Shakespearean. So where does all that leave us today? Well, Diggs was at practice today, and Bills edge rusher Von Miller spoke on the situation afterwards.
Steph is a proven player in this league, on and off the football field. When it's time for him to show up, he'll be here ready to go 100%.
Back to the ice, and Kyle Dubas and Jason Spezza are reunited, as Spezza has been named assistant GM of the Penguins. Spezza was an assistant GM last season in Toronto, and has also worked in the player personnel department, player development, minor league operations, and hockey research and development. In Pittsburgh, Spezza will report directly to Dubas. And now for the Mercedes Minute, we're joined by Diva Diva. Great to see you here.
Thank you for having me here.
All right, DP, you got into Montreal yesterday, so what is the one storyline you're most excited for heading into this weekend's race?
Okay, I swear this is not a corporate shill, but Mercedes is my team. So after Spain, I'm so excited to see what the W14 could do here in Canada. I mean, the double podium was such a morale booster for everyone, including me. But honestly, I'm not sure how the car is going to perform here because the team has come out and they've said with the low cornering speeds and the full throttle straights, it might be a little bit difficult, but I'm holding on to hope. Let's go, Mercedes. And also, I'm wearing shoes.
She literally, okay, swear to God, she has Mercedes shoes and a Mercedes jacket, okay?
Yes.
This is on brand. Diva, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to see you all weekend, really.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so we've been in Montreal since Tuesday. And every time I come to this great city, I get my bagel fix on at one of Montreal's best bagel spots, Saint-Viateur. But what happens when bagels and Formula One mix? We're going to find out right now in the latest edition of Roberto on the Go. Out of all the places I've taken you guys, this for me tops the list. We're at the original Maison du Bagel Saint-Viateur. And please spare me your chirps about my French, okay? I know. Before we started baking, the owner took us to one of the best cafes in Montreal. So Italian, they're playing Italian glory moments on the TV. Anyway, back to bagels. And back to my French. La Maison du Bagel, established in 1957, has so much history on these walls. Nike even made a special release for them. There are sesame seeds on that shoe. And now there's an apron on me, so to all the boys telling me to get back to the kitchen, here you go. You're welcome. Not sure how great I am at this, though.
None that don't watch me, okay? I'm so sorry.
It's a good bagel.
He's a nice.
No.
Well, they're gonna sell it.
Apologies to whoever bought that bagel. But let's be for real, we are in Montreal for F1 week, so we should make F1 themed bagels, right? But you know, just easy mode logos. Like I'm in my element with Mercedes right here. McLaren, I honestly thought would be the easiest one to make. I could not get this thing but eventually I had to stop fussing because it was time to put those babies in the oven. I mean, water bath. You first have to water bath. They are Montreal style bagels after all. But the bagel masters make room for the Williams W. People still need their bagels. And instead of sesame seeds for the Williams W, we wanted to make it blue, so we put blue poppy seeds. Let them cook, and honestly, they turned out pretty nice, especially the Mercedes. And while I was admiring my work, the owner said they had a surprise.
Since you're in Montreal.
And although it might not be my team of choice, I appreciate the gesture. I thank you. As much as I'd love to promote the Habs right now, I'm going to stick with F1 because this is the week and these are a 10 out of 10. Now I know what you're thinking. How can I buy these incredible bagels? You can't. They're one of a kind, and I eat them. That's all for today. Big thanks to Deepa, Bob Weeks, Nick from Saint-Viateur, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.